Hello guys, this is Charles1K92 here, and today is day 2 of the Metal Gear Solid 5 countdown. Yes, 2 more days to go till we get this beautiful game. So, today I thought we should go over the 2 or 3 sons of Big Boss and kind of how they came into being. So, to put it bluntly, both Solid and Liquid Snake are not really their own kind of people, should I say. They are a copied version of Big Boss, of Naked Snake. The only difference between the two of them is that one inherited the inferior side of Big Boss, while the other inherited the dominant side. So, in that sense of one having the dominant genes and the other one having the inferior one, kind of meant, you know, which one would be the better soldier out of the two? Would Solid be the better soldier, or would Liquid? But I'm kind of getting ahead of like the part of which one had what. So let's kind of stem back to the point where Big Boss was with Zero, Paramedic, Sigint, Eva and Ocelot. And together they helped form the Lalelulelo, which is the Patriots. And this is before when the Patriots had AI, so this is when they had actual people leading the organisation. So everyone had their own particular role in the Patriots, Zero being in charge of the Patriots, its leading founder, but with Big Boss as kind of like the idol and figurehead of the organisation. Since the destruction of Fox, I wouldn't say destruction, more or less a disbandment of Fox, Big Boss and Zero helped rebuild Fox into Foxhound. So all the soldiers that Snake has met over the years, or like his previous operation, which was the Portable Ops mission where he had to go against his former unit of Fox, the soldiers that he recruited during that time later were recruited into Foxhound and were trained by him personally, probably. So this was all happening, I'm going to guess, during the early 70s. At some point, Big Boss must have been in a battle, besides the Portable Ops incident, and he was being treated for his wounds. Now, Zero probably realised that Big Boss could still die, because I mean at the end of the day he's still human. Remarkable, yes, but at the end of the day still human, so if someone were to put a bullet in his head, the man would be dead. And having a dead idol wouldn't really be that good. So they wanted to create a legend of Big Boss by telling stories and telling some truths and some misinformation and some things which were just outright lies about his personality. So you can just imagine that Big Boss eventually caught wind of this talk about him and didn't really like Zero for doing it. So this tension was there for him to kind of like say, you know what, I'm done with this kind of Patriots thing, I'm going to leave if one more thing happens. Well, Les Enfants Terribles happened. So translation for Les Enfants Terribles is the Terrible Children Project. So it's what the CIA and the Patriots were doing to create Big Boss. Dr. Clark, who is also known as Paramedic, was the one leading the research on cloning Big Boss. So they went through many trial and errors of creating the son of Big Boss, or at least a clone of him. But eventually they came across a young, healthy Japanese woman who was a assistant to Dr. Clark, and they used her eggs to use for the sons to be born, as it were. So they already implanted Big Boss's DNA coding or whatever it is into the eggs, but at the end of the day you can't grow a human being in a test tube. You need to have a woman's body to actually give birth to another person. So Eva, Big Boss's love interest, should I say, decided to take the role of being the mother of Big Boss's children. So she went through the process. 9 months later she was taken to a secure CIA site or a Patriot site where the United States President at the time oversaw the birth of the two sons. So she gave birth to Solid and Liquid Snake. But before their birth, there was a bit of query and questioning on which one would have the dominant side of Big Boss, like the one to actually inherit his intelligence, his combat strength, and everything else. Never mind that their genetic code had been altered to enhance their senses, piloting skills, intelligence for certain things. So they had all this kind of ready for them, but they also had fail-safes like the accelerating aging, the destruction of their genes should they ever be tried to copy, and anything else that was put into them was put in to prevent them from being copied and everything else. And they couldn't give birth either, since they lost the chance to reproduce naturally, or to reproduce at all, really. So their two sons were born, and the United States government took one out of the two boys that were born. So I wouldn't really know which one, but we do know that one of them was taken by the United States. My guess is they probably took Solid Snake, and they let Liquid just go somewhere else. Or maybe it's the complete opposite. Maybe Liquid was taken and then Snake was thrown, but you know, we don't really know this, so one of them was taken at the end of the day. However, Dr. Clark realised that should the experiment fail and none of them get the dominant genes at all, they had enough DNA left of Big Boss to make a third clone. This clone would be called Solid Snake, and he was a perfect clone of Big Boss in every way. He looked the exact same way to him, his mannerism was probably the same, everything. So he was a very good puppet for the Patriots. Now, this caused a huge rift between Big Boss and Zero. So Big Boss did leave the Patriots, and he left Foxhound, and he started up his own military unit, which became MSF, Diamond Dogs, and then connects to Metal Gear. So that's the Les Enfants Terribles project for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later.